Blessed morning, collective. Shit's getting real. I can feel it. The cat is out of the bag, or it's about to be. It's ripping through. Schrodinger's cat, by the way. This is self-expression. There's gonna be cards. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. This is just, there's so much agitation, irritation, aggravation in all of the energy, all of the Asians. I don't pull cards every day because the energy isn't changing. It's the same. That's kind of the point. It's not shifting. It's not letting up. It's not releasing. It's forcing everything into a pressurized space because we're approaching singularity. That's what this is. That's the whole point. That's Age of Aquarius, singularity, the collapsing of individual sub-realities, localized versions, by bringing the conscious soul, the collective soul, into a state of collective awareness. There's a broader sense of observation that takes place, which, according to quantum experiments, collapses the wave function into one. It locks in the timeline. What we're doing is approaching unity consciousness, which is the creation of the singularity, where the multi-mind recognizes itself as one, and sub-realities become collapsed, singularized into one commingled existence. None of that really matters, except it's creating chaos. That's the whole point. If you're not in the flow, if you're not in the eye of the storm, you're being ripped apart. The energy is being separated, okay, like components. It's so scattered. It's everywhere. And it feels in my head like the separate hemispheres of the brain are being twisted, like wrung out like a sponge and pulled in different directions. It's the separation of the wheat and the chaff, the sheep and the goats. Okay, it's not one is good and one is bad. It's that these things are different. These are not compatible. They are not like things. A sheep is not a goat. The wheat is not the chaff. They are not allowed to go together anymore. Only like energies. That's how it works in the higher dimensions. It's only in the lower dimensions where these things are allowed to apparently commingle because of the illusion of separation. There's no boundary in energy except for the delineation of this is like me, this is a part, this is integrated, or this is not like me. It is not a part, it is not integrated. Everything is still connected. It's just, it's so absolutely flabbergasting and frustrating. I just feel frustration, tremendous frustration. It's time to feel. It's time to throw out the rule book. It's time for the mind to be shut down. The mind is the masculine aspect. The heart is the feminine aspect. The mind needs the heart to function. And it's been repressing it for a long, long time. It's been repressing emotions. The heart doesn't need the mind. The mind is an extra feature. The feminine doesn't require the masculine aspect to function. I'm talking about internally. Although everything reflects externally. It's just aggravation. We're right in between Saturn in a semi-square with Chiron and Jupiter forming a quintile with Pluto. That is dramatic expansion. And it is forcing ourselves to hold ourselves to different standards, to actually look at our own behavior and to make a serious change. A serious fucking change. What is that change? Feeling emotions, admitting to our emotions, actually expressing them, and using them, allowing them to be our source of guidance, not the rational, logical mind. You don't make decisions based on logic. That's not actually how it's supposed to work. You listen to the heart, you listen to intuition, you use feelings as your predominant method of perceiving and interacting with the world. At the start of March, we have Mercury moving into Pisces, helping us understand these emotions again, helping us feel, and from a place of conscious awareness, comprehend them. Also creating the desire to speak about them. It's what we gotta do. Then we have Saturn in a semi-sextile with Pluto, destroying the old rules, destroying the old paradigms, throwing out, burning the rule book. No fucking more. No more of what? No more of repressing emotions. Shortly after that, Saturn moves into Pisces, insisting on following our dreams, insisting on putting the dreams first, putting the intuition first, making that the practical action. The logical next step is to actually follow what our emotions are telling us. It's I don't know why it's frustrating me so much. I'm not sure what aspect of the energy I'm tapping into, but collective is fed up. That's what I have to say. And that's what I feel. For me, fed up with what? I don't know. Nothing specific. I just feel fucking angry. Oh, I don't even know. I feel so scattered right now. I don't even know what I want to do. I don't even know if I feel like pulling cards. Because it's the same damn message. Stop repressing emotions. Express them. Get the fuck out of situations that are not happy. If you're arguing with a person, if you're not seeing eye to eye, if you're not understanding one another, that's okay. Guess what? It means you don't really like each other and you can just separate. I think some of this is influenced by the fact that Love Island is playing. A lot of this is influenced by the fact that Love Island is playing in the other room. And it's just, I just feel irritated. Fuck, what do the animals have to say? I don't know. Nobody's wrong. Nobody... I don't know what is frustrating me so much. It's just a general sense of frustration. It's repressed fucking love. It's the fact that I can feel how much love is being held back. And it feels like a geyser. It's creating this sense within me that's like holding your breath. I can hear, okay, from the old Sonic games on Sega Genesis, when you were underwater and you had to hold your breath, and it starts to play that music when you're running out of breath, and it gets fucking faster and faster. That's what this feels like. It feels like you're underwater, about to suffocate, because all of this emotion is drowning us. It's drowning somebody. It's drowning the collective. I can feel it. it's like, it's suffocating. So much fucking love being held in. It's clearly known, it's clearly felt. It's trying to burst out. That's what the energy is here for. And instead we're just trying to ignore it. We're trying to bottle it up. We're trying to distract ourselves from what we're feeling. It's not gonna work. It's time to give love to the Empress, to the feminine aspect. It's time for the brain to shut down and just follow the heart, to stop ignoring this, stop dilly-dallying, stop distracting ourselves from what we know is fucking true. It's a desperate urge to give to this. Oh my God, why is it so frustrating? I don't know. It's just absolutely infuriating. It's somebody who is so terribly unhappy. It's like watching someone eat glass. That's what this feels like. Like watching someone pay for and be served a plate of broken glass, and then with a smile on their face say thank you. Oh my gosh, this looks lovely. Let me dig in. And they're just swallowing glass, and it's excruciating. And it's not a pretty picture, I'm gonna tell you right now. It's like watching that happen. Just why? What are you doing? What? Please stop. Please. Oh, carpet sweeping, fucking brutal. What's on top? Desperate desire to communicate. It's that person sitting there going, no, this is good. This is so good. Come the fuck on. Who are you fooling? You're not even fooling yourself. What is this? Look at that stubborn fuck. You're not fooling anybody. Look at the color match on these cards too. You're not fooling anybody. It's time to change. Oh, it hurts. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts. It's literally hard to breathe. It's a tension around the chest, the whole rib cage. It's anxiety. It's 3 fucking swords. It's 18 swords. It's more than 3. What the fuck is this? Alright, just tell me what's going on. What's in the headspace? This is the masculine collective. And it's the masculine energy in the collective, but what is going on? They can't stop thinking about this connection. It's wormed its way through every aspect of them. The connection to the feminine. There is a desperate desire. This is the thirsty tree that will not be denied. Will absolutely not be denied. 3D. I just want to shake somebody. I don't know who, I don't know why. It's just to snap out of it. Quit lying to yourself. Quit lying to everybody. You don't love them. You love them. What's the problem? Leave this person. Go towards that person. Change your life. Make a change. Do it. What are you so fucking afraid of? Quit sitting on the hot stove because you think it's what you're supposed to do. It's not serving anybody. Suffering doesn't serve anyone. Fucking, it's time for this. It actually kind of came out reversed. Look at that 6, 7. It's heating up. It's escalating. They know. They know. They've looked at this fucking fruit for months. They know it's withering on the vine because they're not picking it. It's time to... Look at that fucker. It's excruciating. This is all powerful. Not fucking giving to this. Oh my god. Not just not expressing. The cup withheld turns toxic. It poisons you. It eats you from the inside. The words we don't speak to each other, the emotions we don't express, that's what drives us crazy. That's what breaks your heart, what crushes your soul. Those are the things you regret at the end of your life. I never told them I loved them. I never told them how I felt. I should have just told them all this time. Yeah, you should have. Yes, exactly that. Instead of just watching that fruit wither, turn to fucking raisins. You can pluck it. You can give to this while it's still alive, while you still have the chance. Stop fucking fighting it. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry that this is so aggressive. It's just what it is, because this is what's in the soul. The Queen of Swords does not mince words. Queen of Swords in the soul knows exactly what she wants to say. Oh, and she's desperate to say it. Absolutely desperate. She doesn't care. Love doesn't care. Let me say that again. Care is worry. Care is concern. Care is fear-based, diminishing. Care is cautious. The soul is saying, I don't give a flying fuck what you think. I don't care if you're afraid. Go towards this person and tell them how you feel. Leave this terrible relationship, this terrible job. End this friendship. Walk away from whoever, whatever it is that's causing you to hold on so tightly. It's time for justice. Let go. You're not... You're not serving yourself. You're not serving anybody by holding this in. Speak your truth. Share your emotion. This is giving me a headache. This is wicked, intense energy. What's in the hidden position? Right here. Right here on the masculine side. What's in the hidden energy? Oh, God. I just don't give a fuck today. This is... Hidden energy. Time to jump. Time to make a move. When the Lord get ready, you get to move. I'm telling you, the universe is not fucking around right now. All of these F-bombs, this is not just me. This is the energy. It's I'm not playing with you energy. That's what this is. I'm not playing around. It's time to make a fucking move. It's jump, motherfucker. This is it's die hard energy. It's the best way I can put it. Right now the universe is Bruce Willis, and you know, some shit's gonna blow up. That's what's happening. There's a tidal wave coming, and it doesn't care what direction your boat was pointed, where you were trying to get before. Once that wave hits, you're moving with the wave, or you get sucked under. Don't fight it. Stop fucking. You move with the wave. If you fight it, you get sucked under. That's it. Final outcome. Final outcome. I don't care. Either way, I am so tired. I don't know. The universe is trying. The final outcome is they've been looking at this forever, the whole time. The masculine has known the whole time that it wants to, it can't take its eye off this connection. Can't take its eye off it. Knows it's time to move. Knows it's been delaying this manifestation. And in the delay, it's tower after tower after tower. Star implies tower. The universe is trying to get people to express themselves. That's what this is. Release karma. Withholding emotion, withholding truths generates karmic debt. It's time for that to end. Why? Again, because we asked for it. Because collective awareness is growing. The collective is gaining its own self-awareness. Earth is gaining self-awareness. All of that means the singularity of consciousness. The collapsing of shared realities into one co-created space. The universe is trying to get people to speak. That's what this is. And it knows they're full of shit. It's trying to get them to release it. I'm not excluding myself from any of this. This applies to the internal masculine as well. There have been plenty of hard truths for me to face in myself, and I'm sure they will continue, regarding my own behavior with my own being, my own relationship with me, and the way that that expresses externally. I'm not going to remove myself from the equation. Okay, this applies to everybody. But as a divine feminine, it's time for the masculine to put on the big boy pants, pull up the underwear, grow some fucking balls, and move towards the feminine. That's it. It's time to accept that this was manifested. See, that's a part of this too, is a lot of these connections, they're mirror manifestations. They are old souls trying to come together. Because the universe sees these things, they are like components, it's time for them to balance. The feminine had to learn that if she chased, the masculine runs. Right? That's how it works. The lesson for the feminine is not to chase. It's to attract. It's to own your worth. Not to keep giving and giving and giving. No. To know that you deserve to receive. And to learn to give to the self. To learn to balance internally. To be your own divine counterpart. To come into union with the masculine within. To feel that flow for yourself and know you don't need anybody or anything else. You're good. Everything that you require, that you desire, exists right here. And you can have it at any moment. You can access those emotions at any moment. That's the lesson for the feminine. The lesson for the masculine is that you asked for this and then you ran away. You knew this was a good thing. Masculine energy. This was a manifestation. This was wish fulfillment. This is the fulfilling of a soul contract. This is two old souls coming together. And you turned the other direction and kept building towers on sand instead. It's time for that to end. It's time to admit, to relinquish control, to admit to emotion, to express that emotion. It's time to be vulnerable. The lesson for the masculine, karmically, is to be vulnerable. That means releasing control. That's the only way they come to balance, by reconciling this, by admitting this. And again, then the result, the external outcome doesn't matter. They just have to admit it. This is exquisitely frustrating, and I actually want to get through this quickly. I actually am in this place of I just don't care. I just don't care. I'm not worried about it. I am giving to me. I'm doing me. Okay, why is the Six of Cups here? Why Six of Cups? They cannot stop thinking about this connection. It keeps coming back, and it's going to keep coming back. Because the soul knows. They know they're supposed to move towards this at a deep level. Why is the Six of Cups here? Why is the Six of Cups here? Because they know they're supposed to move towards this. The truth is healing. It's time to cut karmic ties. It's time to surrender the past. It's time to release everything, all of the ties that bind, to move towards the deep soul connection, to express this truth, to settle that karmic debt. Why they gotta express this truth? To settle the karmic debt. Because it's time. Because the energy wants to balance. You can't fight the wheel of fortune. This is a 50-ton, it's a fucking water wheel, you know? And there's a deluge. There's a flood coming down the mountain. This wheel is turning. You try to stop it, you're gonna get your arms ripped off. That's just what it is. Why is the wheel here? You don't stop the wheel of fortune. It's here to set you free. There's something here about all distractions just being removed. Anything that was being used as a distraction, guess what? That's gone. Can't distract yourself now. It's time to work together with the feminine. It's time to stop running from this. It's time to stop focusing on pentacles and to let the cups flow. And it's liberation. It's liberation from karma. By way of allowing vulnerability, clinging to pentacles like a security blanket, that sense of stability. That's what the masculine has to learn to let go of. It's about cups. It's time for the cups to flow. Why is the Seven here? Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Calming down a little bit. I feel like the universe is agitated. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Well, this just flew off the top. Again, this is a lesson. It's time to take action. No more sitting around, no more sitting on our hands just looking at this. We know, the soul knows exactly what it wants to do. And the mind has been fighting with it. The mind being the masculine aspect, fighting with the soul, the feminine. This is the most argumentative couple in the tarot, and it's taking place internally. The soul knows. When the Lord get ready, you got to move. That's it. No ifs, ands, or buts. When this wheel turns, when that water is flooding towards you, you move or you drown. You jump or you get crushed. That's it. And the soul is saying, hey, let's not get crushed. Let's move. Why is the King of Swords here? Look at that. It's seeing our own bullshit. Seeing through our own deception. There's no denying what we really want. The heart wants what the heart wants, and we can't keep it down anymore. So why are we lying to ourselves about it? We've been watching this whole time. This whole time we know this is what we've wanted to move towards, this connection. This whole time we know what we want to act on. And we've just been looking at it. Time is running out. It's time to harvest. It's time to move. It's time to shit or get off the pot. Shit or get shat on. Again, I am not intending to be so brusque and uncompromising. This is just, it's what the energy is. You get a Queen of Swords in the soul. She just doesn't care. She doesn't give a F about nothing. It's what it is. It's what it is. It's time for this lesson to be learned. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Why is the Queen of Swords here in the soul? In the soul position, why is the Queen of Swords here? Thank you, Spirit, because it's time to jump, motherfucker. Because it's what it is. You're in the air shaft and the explosion is behind you. You jump, you move, or you get projectile exiled from the air shaft. It's time to give to this. This flew out. It is all about coming to balance. For divine masculine dominant polarities, balance within them is recognized by honoring emotion. For divine feminine dominant polarities, it's about honoring the connection between the mind and the heart. Following the heart, but not over-giving. Allowing some sense of ego, some sense of self-worth. Allowing that open and even flow to take place. The mind, the heart is already wide open in the feminine. It's about creating that deliberate connection between the two. For the masculine, the heart is closed. It's all in the head space. It's all mental. It's all logic, rational, practical in the incorrect definition of the word. It's all based on reason, deductions, strategy, ratios, whatever. The lesson for the masculine, the way that they come to balance, is to acknowledge that they have emotions that they need to share, that they want to express. That's how it comes to balance for that soul. They have to express that emotion. They have to be vulnerable. They have to take this leap towards the feminine. Doesn't matter where they land, they just got to take the leap. It's jump or die, jump or suffer. It's time to stop suffering, says the soul. You're not serving anybody. You're certainly not serving yourself. This connecting directly to the hidden energy of the universe. Why Six of Pentacles here? Why do they have to give? It's the same message. Because you move or you get exploded. It's time. You don't have a choice anymore. And again, it's here directly underneath is the tower implied by the star. Here we see the tower happening in the soul. Tower in the soul. That's not a fun place to be. This is your soul screaming. The tower's coming down. You got wish fulfillment. You got, here's where you want to go. There's a net waiting to catch you. You just don't trust it, so you won't jump. Well, guess what? The tower's coming down anyway. You don't jump, it crumbles behind you. You either take a flying leap or a falling leap. That's what this is. There's no unstriking this lightning. There's no preventing it from striking. You can't stop this. And until you move towards it, until you go towards the feminine, towards this wish, until you express this and bring everything to balance, this is going to keep happening. In the soul, you're going to keep waking up with this gut-wrenching feeling, with this Three of Swords in the heart. It's exactly what I was feeling. It's not going to stop until there's movement. Look at that. Literally what I just said. This is long-term. It's not gonna stop until you listen to spirit and you bring that fucking cup to the feminine. The tidal wave's coming in. This guy's running out of land. Tide's coming in, King of Cups. You best get to stepping. It's you best get to stepping energy. Why is the Fool here? Why is the Fool here? Universal message, technically read separate from the rest of the reading, but it is connected to the Six of Cups. It's time to leap towards this connection. Why is the Fool here? Why is the Fool here? Fool, fool, fool. It's the Burger King. The Fool is here because it's time for the Burger King to get vulnerable, to get real, to release control. It's the Burger King because he wants to have it his way. Again, that's what the masculine aspect is so wound up in. It's mental, it's control. It's the belief that they must control, they must understand, they must rationalize and have the 10-year plan, and it needs to make sense on paper. And the universe is saying no. No, it doesn't. In fact, it's not supposed to. If your version of love makes rational, logical sense to you, that's not love. That's not what love is. It's time. Oh my God. Why the King of Wands? Why is the King of Wands having to take a jump? Yeah, because it's time to connect. This is so many things. It's time to stop carpet sweeping. It's time to stop keeping secrets. The biggest of those secrets being how strongly they feel about this connection. The fact that they have wanted it this entire time. They've just been repressing these emotions, repressing this desire to move towards it. They've been repressing a lot of emotions, trying to control them, trying to stay in control. That's not how it works. Your emotions, your intuition is here to guide you. When you repress it, you're holding down the feminine aspect. You're disconnecting from the fullness of yourself. Why is the High Priestess here? Yeah, they can't hide this anymore. It's about acknowledging how disappointed the masculine is with their own behavior being this distracting themselves from what they really feel. It's not making them happy. It's not making anybody happy. They're seeing there is a needlessness to this suffering. There is no point in just sitting pining over somebody when you could pick up the phone and call them. I can't have them, I can't. Yeah, you can. You can at least ask. The worst anything anyone could say is, no thanks. Don't just sit in this and then try to distract yourself, try to repress the emotion. Just make a move. Just take the leap. Surrender control of the outcome and do it anyway. That's the lesson. That is the lesson. To just express this love, to go all in, surrendering the outcome. This freaking tidal wave is coming in. Okay, we got why we got Three of Pentacles. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles first. Why is three of Pentacles here? Why is the Three of Pentacles here? Final outcome. This is like, I'm so glad I'm almost done with this energy. I mean, it's a relief. It's a release of pressure for me to do this, to express this. But it needs to be pressure for the masculine. That's the whole point. It needs to feel, yeah. They gotta feel this. They've been hiding in the shadows, and the light is coming in. They cannot pretend anymore. This karma needs to come to close. It is a bunch of bullshit that they've been feeding themselves. They've been chewing on broken glass. It's time to realize there's nothing to be afraid of. You just express how you feel. You just share your truth. You let it go. And then you realize this thing that you had turned into a specter, that it was so afraid. There was so much conflict over not speaking this. Oh, it's really nothing. It's just a pile of rocks. It's not even a person. It's the equivalent of, you know, you saw somebody in your room and you flip on your lights and it's just a jacket. It's a jacket on a coat stand. That's all this is. You made it into nothing. This whole time, you were denying your attraction out of fear. Realizing, no, it was just you selling yourself short. That thing looked so big because you made yourself feel so small. Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here? It's also about admitting the things we don't want. Because we know with clarity what we don't want, we know with greater clarity what we do. These soul connections with the feminine have forced the masculine to realize, oh, I'm sitting in shit. I don't want this. I've been eating broken glass every day, pretending it was something I liked. Now I realize it's broken glass. And I'm still trying to pretend. But I'm not fooling myself anymore. I fooled myself for a while. That's not happening now. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Why Seven of Swords? That fox is staring me down. Why Seven of Swords? There is a divine masculine attached to my energy. No, I don't know who. I don't know that it's someone I've even met yet, but I know it's there. Why? Because the King of fucking Pentacles comes up in every reading that I pull on myself as an incoming energy. And every time it's a scared incoming energy that knows it wants to come in and it's beating itself up over not, and yet it's lingering on the outskirts. Thank you, Spirit. And I just showed it, but the overall energy for one of the last readings I pulled for myself was this Ace of Wands. They cannot deny how happy this makes them feel, and they cannot deny how shitty they feel right now. Again, this is, I thought I had it all. I thought I had it all figured out. I got love wrong. I've been lying to myself and everybody this whole time. This whole fucking time. I told everybody these cups were full of wine. I was so proud of them, of showing them off. There's nothing in them. They were empty. They're not even made of metal. They're not, so they're plastic. They're styrofoam. I spray painted them. And I can't keep pretending. I can't keep pretending that they're good. I can't. Because everything is pushing towards the Six of fucking Cups. The very first card in the connection. The energy of this connection, the energy of the mental space that they cannot stop thinking about. It all comes back full circle. Full freaking circle. There's that Seven of Pentacles again. I turned this down. And guess what? She's getting up and walking away. She ain't waiting no more. She's tired of sitting, waiting, wishing. Divine Feminine does not give a fuck. She's moving on. She's learning her lesson, which is I don't give to things that don't want to give to me. I love freely, but I don't give overly. I don't give of myself to something that's not reciprocating. That's not energetic etiquette. That's not good balance. That's not how it works. I'm learning that lesson. Guess what? The Burger King's getting left out in the cold. You get the axe. Burger King's not wanting that. That's pushing the masculine to realize how deeply they feel for this connection. They cannot hide it anymore. They are desperate to come in, to open up. These are deep soul connections. They're deeply fulfilling and they're transformative. But they have to let go of the guardedness and have this honest, open communication. 8 Wands. The universe is pushing for it. Every time they blow this match out, the universe lights it again. It's like one of those self-lighting birthday candles. It's saying, oh, no, you don't want to look at this? Too bad. You're going to look at it again. Oh, no, we're going to try to carpet sweep. We're going to try to repress it. Oh, too bad. Too bad. Every time the match goes out, it's and then it turns back on. That's it. That's how it fucking works. Until they come in with this communication. Final message from the universe. Final message from Spirit. What would you like to say? I'm calming down a little bit. Now that this has flowed through me. Now it's just giddy. Oh, more relaxed. Final message from Spirit. What you want to say? What you got for us? I can still feel a little bit of it. Keep centering. Keep grounding. Keep releasing these excess energies. So Wheel of Fortune, which ties us straight back to the beginning of the reading again. Wheel of Fortune, Hanged Man, 9 of Pentacles. Hanged Man crossed by the 6 of Pentacles, which is in the soul. Clarifying the Queen of Swords. There's no denying this. The soul is wide awake. The soul knows exactly what it wants to do, what it is desperate to do. It wants to give to this. And look at this. We got Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune clarified over here by the 8 of Pentacles. Clarified here by the 9 of Pentacles. Bookending, technically. It's changing. It's freedom, liberation, one way or another. It's these connections, this energy will come to balance. There's not a choice anymore. The environment, it's you can't fight Mother Nature. You can't fight the environmental energy. You can't fight the weather. When there is a tidal wave coming, there's nothing, you can't stop it. There's nothing you can do. And it doesn't, the masculine is clinging so hard to control, trying to control the weather, trying to stop nature from taking its course. Nature's gonna take its course. It doesn't care. It does not care. Whether or not a specific 3D person comes along, somebody is. There is some energy attached to this soul. There's a soul waking up that's coming for liberation. to stop delaying this manifestation because it can't be held back anymore. It's been watching the whole time. It can't keep spying. It's not good energetic etiquette. It's just bringing things further out of balance. The masculine has to actually come forward physically. There has to be a 3D person attached, because that's how the karmic lesson is learned, by consciously, deliberately engaging with it. This bat's taking flight. It's time to move, baby. Flux capacitor is lit. Again, they've been looking at this the whole time. The entire time. Masculine has known it wants to move towards the feminine. That's the release of karma for them. It's the release of a tremendous amount of pressure and debt. That's why the pressure is building. It's going to keep building. They've gotten used to sitting in it because of the disconnection from the heart chakra, because of the repression of emotion. They got good at sitting in unhappiness, at even convincing themselves that it was okay, convincing themselves that this was good. Can't do that anymore. The heart chakras have been ripped open. They can't repress, they can't run from these feelings anymore. The soul wants to give. It wants to come to balance. It's time to stop thinking and start feeling and letting the emotion guide. For every one of us. Every one of us. But particularly for these masculine dominant polarity energies. The soul knows. And it's moving. What's on top? Can't hide this anymore. No more hiding behind smoke and mirrors. They're gonna just show up, is the feeling. Because they manifested this the same way that we did. It's a mirrored manifestation. It's mutual reciprocation, mutual shared wish fulfillment at the soul level, the deep soul level. And the closer we get to singularity, the more pressure there is put on this coming to balance. It's not going to stop. That's it. That's the whole message. Feels a lot better just to get that out. Feels better for me. I do hope, I desire, I intend that this resonated with someone, and if it did, I would love to know. I really would. Leave me a like, a comment, subscribe if you find this interesting, if you'd like to see more of this, hear more of me cursing for the universe. Not cursing, cussing. There's a difference. But truly, this is all self-expression. This is me releasing the valve that built up energy inside. And it's what's happening. It's what's changing. It's what's coming. So that's it. That's the whole message. I feel better. I hope you feel better. You deserve to. Not because of me, because you have that power within yourself, because you're a divine deliberate creator and you deserve everything that you desire, especially feeling good. Have a beautiful, fantastic, magical day. Speak your truths, share your emotions, hold nothing back, liberate yourself from any amount of fear or care what anybody thinks. You're good. You are loved. You are protected and supported by this benevolent universe. And for what it's worth, I love you. Have a wonderful day.